before you do this, you should know the NATO alphabet. If you don't, you can have a look at the link in the description below. This video will relate the NATO alphabet to pictures that have similar shapes to the dots and dars you'll get in Morse. There is another technique of learning Morse, the link is in the description. It's down to you, whatever you feel comfortable doing, basically whatever works for you best. I've missed out a couple of letters like T and E because they're easy to remember. On the other hand, I couldn't think of anything for D, so I just remembered it off the top of my head, and you can too. You could even remember all of the Morse code off the top of your head. But this is more of a pain, because when you start off learning, then you'll have to have a piece of paper or your phone with the Morse on to continuously look at. With my way, if you forget what the letter translates to in Morse, then your understanding of NATO and your imagination could remind you of the Morse code. Okay, so what I do to remember Morse code? Well, I first obviously think of the letter, and then I relate it to NATO, A is for alpha, and then I imagine what I've related to alpha, which is the alpha particle, and this picture here. So A is for alpha. See the relevant? See how it relates? Okay, B is for Bravo. See, like, you can remember this by sort of like a triple headshot, like Bravo. Like it's a bit gruesome, but there we go. C is for Charlie. Okay, you can sort of like make up sort of like stories to remember them. Like you could say, Charlie and his friend are lazy, so they both slept in, and this is what they look like. F is for Foxtrot. So you could imagine this. So dot dot dar dot. Okay. G is for golf. It's the handle. Rest. Golf ball. H is for horse. So the military one's quite good for this. They say it sounds like running horse. Da 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 da. But I just imagine the feet. So it's got 4 feet. Da 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 da. I is for India. Now you could say Indians have small feet. That's why it's did. K is for kilo. Like scales. M, Lima. Now I know this is a llama, but what comes to my head when I say Lima is this thing. So here's his feet, his back feet, his front feet, his neck, and his head. I could imagine it's drinking out of a stream or something like that. M is for Mike. He's heavy-footed. Stomp, stomp. N is for November. Now, this is quite a hard one to relate to anything, to a picture, but you could simply relate it to the word and the full stop. November. Or you could say to yourself, November's a time that ends. It's up to you. Or you could just simply remember it off the top of your head. This isn't a hard one. Moving on. SOS. I don't have any pictures for these because, I mean, this is quite a common one. Da 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 da. Jeez, I've just done it wrong. Da 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 da. Anyway, so you should remember these. P is for Papa. Now, I don't actually remember that, like, I don't imagine this in my head when I think of Papa. What I see is 2 eyes and some big bushy eyebrows in between them. If I remembered this, I think I'd be having nightmares. But you get it. You get the sort of how it relates. Okay, so Q is for Quebec. Now, for some reason, I've chosen a sniper because I don't know what Quebec is, so at the time I just chose a sniper. See, so you have the butt here, the scope, the front of the stock, and the barrel. Romeo. R is for Romeo, J is for Juliet. Now you can imagine this like a story, this one. So imagine they're both talking to each other, and then then Juliet suddenly stomps off. Stomp, stomp, stomp. And Romeo says to himself, "Why?" Throws his arms in the air. See? And then, yeah, that I mean, it seems a bit strange, but you really have to stretch your imagination to try and remember these sort of like seamlessly random combinations of dots and dars, and this is the best way to do it in my opinion. So anyway, moving on. U is for uniform. Dot dot dar. Dot dar. W for whiskey. It's like a little glass here, and here's the spilled whiskey. X is for X-ray. Now it doesn't really look much like a skeleton, but you know, like X-rays, like you can see people's bones. So I've resembled the sort of this to that. So here's the eye socket, the two nose holes, and the other eye. Y is for Yankee. It's the handle, the fishing reel, and the rest of the fishing rod. For some reason I remembered Y as Yankee for Yankees fish. I don't think many Yankees fish, but there we go. Z for Zulu. It's like two snakes going into a toilet. If you imagine it, well, like this from the side, you can imagine this bit and this bit being the two edges of the seat, just like that, these two edges. And that's it. So I hope this helped, and good luck. Fun way to practice to look at signs and try and do the dots and dars, or even number plates and try and do the first two letters of the Morse before you pass the car. After a while of using your imagination to recall the code, you'll get so used to it that you'll just see the code and not the pictures. It was at this point when I started to listen to Morse code and write it out by hand. For the transmission of Morse code, you could get yourself a little transceiver, or more simply, there are some handy programs on the PC.